Hello, and welcome to Segway Coaching YouTube channel. I'm Sarah Graves. I'm in this workout room today because I'm using it as a metaphor. If you want to learn new behavior, if you want to change something in your life, it really requires commitment, showing up for yourself, and to keep working those muscles. Our brains are hardwired to look at things for danger, for the negative. And part of what coaching brings and having that coaching relationship is shifting the mindset to a positive, counterbalancing thought process, actions, and behavior that counterbalance the negativity so you can live a more balanced, healthy, and vigorous life. So I thought today I would give you a more visual view of some of what I'm talking about. So let me go down here and I'm going to share screen. So I'm calling this How to Gain Confidence Now and Have a Better 401k Later. Let's take a look at why I entitled it this. Let's look at the workplace. So stress costs businesses, our work environment, over 500 billion annually. What goes into that? Well, 60% of respondents said their work or boss impacts their mental health more than their therapist. The increase in socially prescribed perfectionism has increased PTO taken by Gen Z due to supervisor feedback. Negative feedback is taken personally, and that affects the mental health. Leaders who partner with a coach have a 6x increase in confidence and teaming, and they lower their stress. And lastly, this is for the women that I hope are watching my channel. They don't match men's confidence until they're 40. However, competence, all of the competency research and data shows that women are equal and sometimes superior to men. So what's up with the confidence? Here's the graphic. So between 25 and 40 years old, women are lower in confidence than men. They're not as generous with themselves. And this has been ongoing since 2016. We need to be confident for a lot of reasons. In negotiations for salary, in negotiations for projects or assignments, if we don't exude confidence, if we don't bring our own version of how we feel confident, it's going to impact our activities and our revenue stream. What's the obstacle in your path? Are you willing to do what's necessary to gain that confidence and not wait 15 years? So here's some barriers I want you to think about, and you can freeze this slide, make your notes, and learn these 3 critical barriers to why women don't excel as they should. So let's start off right away with the critic. And I have other videos on this. You know that the critic voice in women, we have the one we're born with, we've got the one that's extra because we're in the patriarchy. Any other parents or religion, we could have a whole panel of critics. So that can take over our internal self-talk, and we can be picking ourselves apart, creating more doubt, anxiety. And sometimes people will say to me, my clients will say, oh, I'm harder on myself than I am on others. And this is honestly not as true as you think. Once we start looking at what's the impact that we have on those around us, it may not be directed at them. It might be at their work. It may be on a project. But trust me, if criticism is in your mindset and it's running the inner tapes, it's impacting the people that you're working with. My admonition here is to take a breath, maybe 2 or 3 or 4, get yourself calm and centered. and shift to a more creative mindset. Elizabeth Gilbert of Eat, Pray, Love talks about setting her critic aside, saying, "Thanks for sharing, I'll connect with you later," and choosing to be in her creative mindset by telling her brain, "I am going to suspend my critic for now. I'm going to go into creativity and I'll pick you up when I'm done." So have some work around your critic so it doesn't take over. Shift from critical to creative. Next, let's look at comparative. Being in comparison, thinking about someone else is doing better, they got the promotion, and you are robbed of your joy and your vitality. If you're going to compare you right now with you 6 months ago, or you a year ago, or 5 years ago. Look at your incremental growth as you've been a learner and putting yourself, maybe you found a mentor, maybe you're working with a coach. In other words, look at the ways that you have grown and improved that are incremental, and use that comparison mindset for one person and one person alone. You now versus where you come from. And another way to look at comparison is to look at those promotions, look at that new house or new puppy or whatever it might be that your teammates or friends have. Use that as a challenge to yourself. Create an action plan with your coach. I want a promotion. I worked with a client who wanted to speak better in public. She not only committed and showed up for herself again and again and again, she was given the Employee of the Year after she did a presentation and improved her public speaking. So take it as a challenge. If you feel that comparison popping up, go, aha, that must be something I want. Is it really what I want? And then once you've established it's something you want, now put an action plan together. And lastly, competition. Competition is so important in the workplace, and yet it's turned up way too high. It's turned up so high that we actually don't see our teammates, our peers, our boss even. So to dial back on your competitive juices to a healthy level and look at how can I collaborate? How can I be a collaborator on my team, in my family, with my partner, and watch that, response to our culture? Because let's face it, America is a very highly competitive world, and it's gotten out of balance. So don't calibrate to that. Calibrate to competition and collaboration, and having both of them as skill sets to bring you further in your confidence. There you are. Every day you're in front of the mirror, right? Are you using empowering self-talk, or are you picking yourself apart? I'm going to give you an exercise that you can take into every day, and here's how it goes. Clean the mirror. Clean it of any negativity. Only see yourself positively and talk to yourself positively. You've got this. Have a great day. Be diligent in your positive self-talk, how you're talking internally, also how you talk to others. Let's say you're out with a friend and you're about to explain some experience that you've had, and you started out with what I call the disclaimer. Oh, yeah, I know I should have done this differently, or I should have bought the tickets earlier, or, right? All of the ways that we marginalize ourselves through that talk. So eliminate that and simply share the experience and be positive about yourself. Find the positive aspects that worked. And then here's a piece that I want you to add to your repertoire, and that's journaling. Whether you're journaling about things you're grateful for, Add to that one win every day, one win that you almost started down the track of something negative about yourself, and you went, oh, there it is. There, I just did it. Hold on. Let me counter that with a positive, reframed sentence that maybe you repeat over and over. And that brings us to the next part of this model and this exercise. We're going to create your mantra. So write down on a piece of paper simply I am, and then a line. Don't fill it in. Now, during the time we were talking about negative self-talk, what came up for you? What are your go-to? I just worked with a client recently who said, I'm too shy, I'm too lazy, I can't do it, right? And she flipped that, which is what you're going to do next. You're going to write down what the negative self-talk, and then you're going to flip it. So her mantra became, I am strong and capable. And the other one that she came up with for I am too shy, because once she started talking about what she loves and when she loses herself in the workplace where she's very confident and enthusiastic. So instead of I am too shy, which has her be more shy, she created the mantra, I am confident and enthusiastic. Now, write that down, put it in a place in your office or your phone or your car if you drive places, on your visor. Write it down so that it's in your visual sight line, and it will remind you and remind your brain to look for that. That's how our brains work. Once we open it up to something new, it will track for us. But it's opening your mind to what is awesome and confident and strong and capable and competent about you. Let me leave you with a great quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. So what is that thing you think you cannot do? And is it time to get a partner to help you get what you want? I'm biased. It's all about coaching and working with a coach to get what you want in your life so that you are confident. And when you arrive at retirement, you're not 30 to 40% behind your male counterpart. You have been confident and competent from 25 to 40, and you've gotten your value and your worth in the marketplace. Have a great day. It was wonderful to talk to you and with you. Have an awesome day.